Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Sunday, the 29th of September. I'm on Talbot Road and a few of you have asked for an update on the Holiday Inn tram stop new car park site. So here I am. We can see there a very important update. There's a Greggs in one of the little shops on the new underpass. I mean, that's been there for a while because I've seen somebody else talking about it, but now you've seen the sign, we've seen it together, and you can see it through there. Can I zoom in? You can see part of the side. But as we can see, the car park area hasn't really changed much from the last time we were here. It's still pretty empty. It's still fenced off down here. It's weird, it's like they 90% finished the job. They did all the tram lines, they finished the hotel, but they just haven't brought it home and just done the last bit. Maybe they'll do it over the winter after the holiday season's finished. That makes sense. So, no trams coming up here, no trams in there. That's a great view there, right up the tram lines to the North Station stop. And as we walk down here, you can just see all this area still fenced off. Still empty. It is nice and level though, so it shouldn't take much work just to fix up the car park area. Well, it's mostly level, there's a bit of a bump there in the middle, but yeah, it's not bad, is it? It shouldn't take much work just to finish it off. Although we've got the gigantic car park there, and there's tons of other smaller car parks dotted around the area. I'd make it into a little area like St John's Square, you know, with little tables and stuff where people could sit. So if you've just got off your train and you want to sit down for a bit and enjoy your brew, and I'd have couple of little, I don't know, more stalls, because we've got a Greggs up there, so a few more stalls there. So if there were tables there and a nice sit down area, you could go to Greggs there, get your pasty or your Greggs sausage roll or whatever you want to get, and just chill at one of the tables. So I think tables would be way better than car park. But at least going down this side we get a much better view of the Greggs. It's open as well. It opens early Sunday morning. It's not even 8 o'clock yet in the morning and it's Sunday and Greggs is open. I do appreciate that. I won't be getting anything to eat today because I had breakfast before I came out. I had some oranges and bananas and I had a protein meal shake, so I'm pretty full for the afternoon. But there is Greggs, so you can see the North Station sign and the Greggs sign. And you can also see it's open. But now I know it's open and there, next Sunday I might just get myself a coffee and a bacon balm on the way. But hotel's up and running, the Marco's restaurant is up and running, Greggs is open, everything's just going on in full swing. And it's weird to think of like right in that corner where the trams come out. That's where the old Wilkos building stood. And even though it's not that long ago, it feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Because I filmed the entire Wilkos building coming down, and fun fact, it was all obviously safely fenced off, and I was stood across the road, Dixon Road, at a really safe distance, and I was filming it coming down, and the big dinosaur chomper was chomping at everything, and different machines were just grinding and chomping and demolishing things. And a big chunk, it's all echoey down here. We're in the underpass now, look, I just thought I'd show you under here. A big chunk of metal or something flew off, flew right across the road, and I swear it only missed me by about 3 feet. And there's somebody else filming as well. I don't recall who it was, but we were both just filming and we were like, whoa, that was close, because it just kind of bounced between us. So yeah, I almost got hit by a piece of flying debris that came from the old Wilkos store. And yeah, it bounced all the way across. That's not a phone somebody's dropped, is it? I don't think so. No, I'm seeing things. I looked from across the road, I thought that was a phone, so I came to investigate. I did find a phone, well, I found a few phones. I found a phone on the way to walk when I was walking over the big hill on Devonshire Road, and it was one of those older style flip phones, and I looked in the contacts list and I just phoned the number that was listed as mum, and they were very grateful to get the phone back. And I found another phone on the way to work, and I don't know much about phones. I think it was like one of the newer Android ones, but very sadly it had been run over by a car, because it was just on the side of Devonshire Road, and it was really annoying because the screen were lighting up but I couldn't do anything to it, and it kept ringing and I couldn't answer it because the screen was broken and not responsive. So it was a few years ago now, about 2018, 2019, I just put a note in one of the local Facebook groups that if anybody's lost an Android phone on Devonshire Road area, it's handed in at the leisure centre at Moor Park. And the third time I found a phone, it was an iPhone. It was quite a lot of years ago, and I think it was an iPhone 6. It was bright blue, or it had a bright blue case, and that was an easy peasy fix because it was in one of those phone cases that flips open, and there was a leisure card for the sports centre inside it, a membership card. So I took it to the reception and we looked up the person's address from the membership number and was able to phone him up, and it was the mum that answered the phone. It belonged to a little boy, and I was like, oh hi, I found your son's iPhone, and she was like, oh my god, that's like the 4th one he's lost this year. But yeah, phones, people, you'd think people would be a bit more careful with their expensive tech. The amount of times when, not recently albeit, but a few years ago, you just go to work and you'd find phones that have just been put down on the side at work, and if you're lucky you just pick them up and you'd manage to catch the person who's dropped it or left it. But other than that, you just leave them at reception. I mean, my phone's ancient. My phone's so old, it doesn't even know what a QR code is. and it doesn't really work that well anymore, but I don't really care because I'm not really a phone person. I only really use a phone because we have to have this app at work that we have to sign in and out of, and we have to book our annual leave, paid time off via the app, so that's pretty much the only reason I have a phone. And I've just realised that I'm all the way down the street now, and this video that was supposed to be just a Holiday Inn car park update just evolved into me rambling on about phones and stuff. But I think those are the best kinds of videos. They just develop organically. But anyway, this one is getting a little long now, I've just realised. But at least we got a random walk down High Street, because this end of this street was closed for quite a while they were doing the Holiday Inn. So I think I'm going to walk to the end of High Street, turn around and walk the rest of the way to work on the prom. And on that note, I am going to end this little video. So thank you for watching, especially if you're still with me after all this extra stuff. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me, and I shall see you all soon in the next one. Goodbye.